Hello and welcome back to the Grandia 2 playthrough. So, since last time we've had a brief introduction to Ryudo and his trusty companion Sky. We've had an encounter with the church and the condescending blue-haired Giles who questioned our ability to read. Today we will be basically carrying out the job of being bodyguard and taking one of their songstresses over to the tower in the woods. Which in all honesty sounds a bit weird and fishy for a holy sort of, I don't know, ritual sort of thing, but who are we to question what the church does? I mean, in this part we're actually going to have a bit more danger because obviously we're going to be, well, we're still in tutorial mode at the moment really. Nothing major is going to come on. I mean, there's not going to be a level 99 boss jump out of nowhere and murder us. But, you know, still, we've got to start somewhere. And okay, you see, seriously, he's already there again with the bad PR. And she makes it sound like it's a disease. Am I the only one with a Geohound? Dear God. The one thing I really like about, like, Grandia as a whole, I mean, I've never played Grandia 3 because it never came out over here. It only came out in the US and Japan. But from what I've obviously I've played Grandia and Grandia 2, and I really like when they've got like the speaking. They've got the character portraits because obviously the models themselves don't exactly display that much emotion. So the portraits really help to actually convey a sense of emotion of what the actual character is like. You know. I mean, thinking of like back when Grandia was done at the time, its main competition on the PlayStation was like Final Fantasy VII, which obviously they just had text boxes and everything. So the difference is that you can you get a better sense of emotion from these games than you would some of the earlier Final Fantasy games, because obviously they've got no what's the word? They've got no portrait boxes, and so in that respect, it doesn't give you a sense of what, you know, what are you meant to be feeling from these people. A lot of the time you're going to see mostly indignant and condescending faces from this one, because she's a bit, you know, highly strung. And he pulls no faces whatsoever apart from in a bit. But 2 parts over he's going to actually have one different face, but the rest of the time it's just calm blue-haired Giles. Also, something they started doing in this game, obviously after the first one, was for main characters they included the name underneath, like you're going to forget it, possibly, you know. I'd seriously worry if you forgot, like, you know, these people's names after learning them, because obviously you're going to spend most of the adventure with them, but I don't know. And we're off to the Black Forest, the famous makers of Gateau. So, at the moment, really, this is obviously nothing too much, really. It's just a straight path, really. When you get into the zone ahead, there is a few branching paths, but they all kind of join into one another anyway. But obviously, to grab everything, you've got to have a little walk around. They're not going to throw anything too hard at us yet in terms of, you know, dungeons and pathways and whatever. It's not that bad. It's just a darker scale of screen than it was earlier, you silly girl. Yeah, when I was replaying this, I forgot about that, and I thought that something was going to pop out straight away. And when the thing did, I thought, he's just being a douchebag. But then, in a few seconds, actually something does pop out, and it's like, God, so it double bluffed me. I'm like, to be fair, I mean, it's nice how it can actually make me still surprised. But it's just been the length of time, hasn't it, since I've played this. That's not really threatening, you know, just, yeah, back off. You could be a bit more threatening, Ryudo. So, up till now we've only had one-on-one fights with lowly spiders. Now we've got some birds on our hands, and really, obviously we haven't got too much tactics to go with, because obviously we've only got attack, critical, and obviously our one special move. In terms of dealing with these birds, I normally like to just concentrate on the one, get rid of one of them, and then obviously work my way on the last one as well. Now, here we're showing a bit of skill. When you select defend, you'll obviously take less damage than when you are. And also, you'll start off more further along the command bar than you would if you'd have done an action. You wouldn't start the end. It moves you along a bit quicker. And I think at this point I was actually fed up and I just wanted the birds to die. So I thought, why not? We're going to go ahead with a special attack. Just for the giggles.
Tensei-ken slash!
That is amazing, really. It's just like, you know, it's pretty much a one-hit kill on most of the enemies up at the early beginning. Now, obviously, this screen, obviously we get a load of stuff. So we've got our experience in gold, and then we get given SC and MC, which stands for special coins and magic coins. Now, where this differs from the original Grandia is, in Grandia, the first Grandia, you earn new special like moves and magic by actually levelling them up by using them. So it did kind of promote you to actually use them, not just on bosses when you think obviously you'll need magic and special skills, but obviously in the field as well against regular enemies to try and boost your skill points up to learn new like spells and moves. In this game, it's actually done away with that, and you just earn a set amount of coins when you defeat enemies. Basically, what it does is you use the special coins and magic coins to pay for the upgrades. It's just an upgrade system, and if you've got enough, you can unlock that move or magic, or even boost its level so it casts faster, or it basically loads along the command bar faster. To be fair, it's quite a good system, but at the same time it's kind of a bit of a step backwards in terms of play, like the play style, because it was good how it encouraged you to use magic even against like the weaker enemies throughout, not just on the bosses. So in a sense, that's kind of a bit of a downgrade. But then I suppose obviously they just wanted to try something different, didn't they? Now, obviously from this point I'm only going to be showing fights with new enemies and everything, but I'm showing this fight because we're actually going to be demonstrating not only defence again, but also we're going to be showing off another one of the what are we going to call them? The like defensive play like actions you can do. So obviously while in fight you've got your defence, which obviously you stand still and take hit at less damage. You've also got evade, which you can choose a number of spots and then move to that spot. In terms of if, for instance, saying at that point obviously the bird wasn't chasing me, but if like the bird was chasing me to attack me and I was running away from it, then if I got far enough and he ran out of moves, that would cancel his move and he would go back into the waiting bar coins. In effect, I mean, to be fair, I haven't really found an effective way of using that. The only time I've really found an effective way of using that was in the previous game, where there's this one boss, which we will talk about in the future. But basically, I think it was only in that game where if you evaded and they tried to hit you, you'd do like a swift dodge thing. I mean, in this, as you progress along, you'll get more speed and like armour and stuff, and they'll automatically do a sway while just being stood there. So in effect, evade in this game is kind of useless, I'm guessing. The probably most use you get out of evade is if you've got an enemy using a grouping spell on you that brings you all together, just because you want to get them away from one another. Because if they use something like tremor or something, oh sorry, give me a moment, because we're going to the tower now. Here's the epic tower. And that wasn't sinister in the slightest bit at all, was it? But no, basically, if an enemy's dragged you all together and they use a ranged spell, if you use evade, obviously split them up so that it can't hit all of them. Because obviously, if they're going to keep attacking you multiple times with a range attack, you're going to be losing all your heroes quite quickly. And at this point, I was actually kind of paranoid because I forgot if there was anything important around here or not at all. But there wasn't, so I decided, let's just talk to the priest girls. Priest girls. Oh, whatever. Songstresses. Again, you shouldn't really be saying, you know, princesses in this, because it's going to probably get her really angry. And cue the bitching session from, you know, some of the backstage people. Look who's talking, girl with no portrait. Yeah, thanks, Tessa. God, I don't know why she was so special to get a portrait than the others, but, you know, obviously she was. Yeah, you should be thankful because you've just been following me around and doing sweet bugger all. Oh, Jesus. To be fair, I don't think we want to know what this is about. Can we just go back to the church now? And just cut out the entire game? Because to be fair, it gets pretty messed up really quickly in this game. That's lovely, isn't it? See? Even the front spokesperson now is being a bitch. Oh, Jesus. He doesn't help himself with his comebacks and quips. Jesus. God, I think we've just gone through like every really big cliche. Giant ominous tower with music, check. Nighttime, check. Some strange red moon, check. Creaky doors, check. All we need now is a girl screaming and we will be set. And that is just... that's really ominous, really, to be honest. See, it's really convenient how they set this place out, because look, there's a stone bench. How considerate. It's really weird, but I mean, Sky actually... he's like... does he have a horn or something? Could he actually help in a fight if he wanted to? I don't know. It's just one of those strange design quirks that he's got a horn. And so you should. We're in an RPG, of course you're going to have a bad feeling, because something bad is going to happen. That's what I just said earlier. I mean, to be fair, I mean, it looks a tad demonic. Wow, there's a story behind that, but we're not going to go into it. The silvery white light age. Couldn't you just call it the light age or something? That's a bit... oh yeah, you're going to hear a lot about this, the battle of good and evil. It's kind of the big main points of this game. See, girl screaming, it's happened. I know it's too good to be true. It's hit the fan already this early in the game. Well, to be fair, at this point, I think we would want to go in because, you know, I reckon everyone's dead. So we might as well try and save as many people as we can. God, stall the bird. Right, so let's open the creepy door. Seriously, does it need to do that every time? We're back at when I was actually like recording this. It was at night time, and the first time it happened, I wasn't prepared for it whatsoever. So it did scare the life out of me. I was like, I didn't expect it, you see. Right, so at this point, really, it's just mainly scouting around, really, to find any like treasures or stuff. And there's a spider, which we are going to cut out. Yeah, I mean, to be fair, we've already seen the spiders, and they are easy to kill. See how many times they tried to ambush me? God. All those spiders, they are so annoying. Right, so we're going to grab a chest here with a wind charm. And I thought there was something behind the bookcase, so I went back to check it out, but there's nothing there. But anyway, for this part is now over actually. I'm just going to go back and heal up. And I will see you again next time.